And then even after they did that treaty, after the Minsk agreement, Europeans were laughing at Putin with the Ukraine. Merkel said, "Yeah, we even rebuilt. We just lied to him and we helped Ukraine rebuild." Which is why we have this bloody war now with Ukraine and Russia. So Russia's going to make sure that this is the last time. There will be no more Minsk agreements or anything. Russia's going to be totalitarian with respect to that. Then they're not going to say we're going to do peace treaties and you can rebuild Ukraine. They're going to keep their knee on Ukraine's neck for centuries, or not centuries, but for decades. Because
Yeah.
once they take it off, the West will come and give them money again and cause the same problem again. What are your thoughts? Yeah.
I think that what Russia wants, they want to bring an end to this once they secured their objectives in the Crimea, Sevastopol, and the Donbass.
Yeah.
Once they've secured their objectives, I think the next thing is to make peace. I don't know whether they fully secured those objectives yet, because all we're seeing right now is drone strikes. I haven't been seeing what is actually going on the
Well, here's
ground.
what they have to do. They've taken the land. They have to destroy the will of Ukraine. So what they will be doing is just continually attacking electricity, water. They're not going to cause starvation or anything, but they're going to make it very uncomfortable and also once Trump stops giving money to Ukraine and once America can't give money, at some point the Ukrainians will turn on Zelensky and then he'll be forced to do a peace treaty. It's just that the Ukrainians are I give them credit. They're very passionate people. They're kind of like, remember we said yesterday that all the Palestinians would rather die than bow down. So we know there's a special grudge between Ukraine and Russia. Ukraine does not want to accept a defeat to Russia. And I give them credit for that. They're very proud people, but they need to wake up and get practical. This shit is over, man. What do you think, Kunle?
Hearing from the Ukrainian speaking nationals. We're not really hearing from the Russian speaking
Oh, yeah.
Ukrainian.
Oh, those ones are on board. They're on board with Russia. Yeah. Yeah.
When the Ukrainian national, they're doing what any normal person would do. This is my country. You are invading me. But they're speaking for another group of people who are Russian speaking Ukrainians.
Yeah, who actually were the majority because they put in a Russian speaking president. So that's where Ukraine went wrong. They went wrong with their civil war in which they started killing ethnic Russians. And that was
Yeah.
their biggest mistake. And they did that because America pushed them to do that. And then let's get
Yeah.
out into any
Propaganda
last
war.
thought.
You will never see. You will never see any Western journalists interviewing any Ukrainian national that wants Russia there. You're never going to see it
They'll
because
never
they
do
want
it. Same thing, like if you go to Crimea, if you ask people in Crimea, do you want to be part of Ukraine? They'll tell you, "Niet, niet," because they speak Russian. Everybody in Crimea speaks Russian, man. Fuck,
Oh yeah,
it'll be like going to Kano. I say, Kano, do you want to join Nigeria? If Nigeria didn't have oil, Kano will be like, yes, Aboki, yes. You understand what
yeah.
I'm saying?
You never see it
The
because
only reason Kano wants to stay in Nigeria is because of the oil. You see
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah, you're never going to see that because it doesn't fit the narrative and the objectives of what's going on with Russia there. And I'm
Yeah.
sure Russia is doing the exact same thing with the
Oh yeah,
Ukrainians
but
on the other
although
side.
I support Russia in this war, both sides are wrong.
Yeah,
They're both
all the
wrong.
Ukrainians that the Russian people are talking to and their news people are talking to are Russian-speaking Ukrainians of that region, and
Yeah.
so but
And, and,
Ukraine,
and my view is that this is a problem between Russia and Ukraine. America and Europe need to stay out of it. You get my point? Yeah. But if they stay out of it, we know who's going to win. Russia's going to win. Yeah.
problem.
But America started the war because they start. What you're saying? Yeah.
I think America and are the reason because Russia
They started the war.
problem because you're in NATO, so you can't extricate the two because the
Yeah,
problem.
Biden started this. And Biden wanted Ukraine to be his personal bank account. He funded this thing while Obama was in office. Biden was the one going there and funded the Maidan revolution to make people overthrow the government. And him and his son were gonna take over. We're gonna run Ukrainian oil. And Biden he even fired the person who was running the head of the Ukrainian oil and Ministry of Minerals. So that was supposed to be Biden's personal bank account. And that's what Ukrainians should be ashamed that they let Sleepy Joe Biden put them through all of this so that he could just have a little bit of money. You get my point?
Yeah, you can see that Joe Biden is senile now. I haven't seen or heard of him in public at
Yeah.
all. So,
And this is the guy
oh,
that everybody knew, the CIA, everybody knew he was like this, and they wanted him to beat Trump in the elections. You know why? Because Biden, as senile as he is, he's not the one running the country. It was Wolf, not Wolfowitz. It was Sullivan, Jake Sullivan, and the other guy. who were the Secretary of Defense and the Secretary of State. Those were the people controlling the country. So it's good to have an old guy who. Do you remember Lord of the Rings where Theoden
So
was?
taking orders from APAC to run the country.
Yeah, it's the country. So that's why they wanted Biden in there because it didn't matter if he was senile because he wasn't the one running the show. It was APAC. Oh, on that note, let's get out because I have to go to work in 20 minutes. Take us out, Afkune. Yeah.
Okay, so it's been another interesting day of politics today in the world. And we will join you back again. And let's hope the world is a better place when we do. So,
Yeah.
from myself and Mr. Mustafa, and the
Nice
prison
work.
rest to fight another day.
Yeah. Have you started your wine yet today?
Not, not today, but I have some chocolate liqueur.
Yesterday I didn't take alcohol until 7 p.m. I usually drink it in the morning. I felt so good. I was like, I should do this every day. Today I drank it at 7 a.m. Okay, good one. Okay.
Chocolate and putting chocolate liqueur in it. And
Oh
I
yeah,
think
that's a
that,
good one. That will make you sleepy and relaxed, which is good,
yeah,
Yeah.
yes, I think I'm going to do that.
Okay,
I'm
have
going
a good one.
to milk.
Thanks. Okay.
All right, nice one. Good show.